Welcome to NASDAQ Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ. Joining me for this segment, we have Alex McDougall, CEO of Stablecorp, to discuss the use cases for the on-chain FX market and why it is critical to the growth of the real economy. Alex, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, really excited to be here and excited to talk into this massive opportunity, I think.
Let's talk about that. What are some of the challenges within the FX market as crypto continues to underperform? And also, where are some of the opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in the existing FX market today, we've sort of seen an end to the evolution that we can get to with traditional finance and the underlying technology that powers how we move money around the world today. And so, having an ability to instantly settle cross currencies and basically make currency interoperability real, just enables us to leapfrog so much of the legacy challenges that exist in the traditional finance world. And it's certainly not easy. We've had there's a significant amount of institutions that have sprung up to facilitate the existing FX market today. But it's starting to happen, and we're starting to see more decentralized exchanges have non-US dollar currencies trade against each other, and we're starting to see the on and off ramps and just the connective fabric really go from end to end. So you're starting to see a lot of these this international mobility of money really start to pay some of those main use cases: students traveling, paying tuition in different currencies in different countries, and it's all starting to become real.
It's interesting. I feel like in 2023, we've been covering blockchain for 6-7 years at this point, but on-chain FX, it's one of the largest opportunities in the DeFi world, but it's largely been flying under the radar up until now. I feel like 2023, with interoperability improving, you're starting to hear more about this in FX and traditional finance in general.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've been banging the drum on non-US dollar stablecoins for quite a while at Stablecorp. We have a Canadian digital dollar called QCAD. But it's really been around all of that connective fabric and that infrastructure that enables it to go end to end. Because US dollar stablecoins have really solved some key interesting value propositions. But when it comes down to that last mile, payment in the country, creating liquidity for the FX infrastructure, there just hasn't been that sort of global fabric that makes it all real. But with Circle coming out with more, with Cumberland putting a big charge into non-US dollar stablecoins, Uniswap taking an active role in it, a number of the blockchain ecosystems really putting it as a priority, Solana, Arbitrum, it's really starting to be the major players of the space that are putting efforts into creating that connective fabric. And then ultimately it's up to players like us to build the technology and the inventory to make it easy for people to actually use.
So tell us more about Stablecorp. How do you fit into the on-chain ecosystem?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've built a Canadian digital dollar called QCAD, but more importantly, or as importantly, we've built a lot of the payment infrastructure around it. So that a great example is a use case with students coming to Canada. They can send money from a place like Brazil, have it happen entirely on chain, create a digital wallet in Canada, and then pay tuition and actually preload MasterCards right from their digital dollars without ever setting up and opening a bank account. So it's sort of the coin itself for sure, but it's all that connective infrastructure. And so that's really what Stablecorp does. It builds digital money infrastructure and rolls it out for people to actually easily use.
Alex, do you think if we get structured stablecoin regulatory framework in the US, that will really be the catalyst to bring the world on chain? It feels like, everything ex-US, they're leveraging this technology.
Yeah, it's a great point. And I think the regulatory harmonization around e-money with MiCA and MAS and North America in particular is working on it. I think it's coming along. Canada as well has a lot of really constructive, thoughtful dialogue between the industry and regulators right now. And I think we'll get to the right place and we'll have a lot more clarity in the next kind of 9 months, because it can't be somebody's e-money, it can't be somebody else's unregistered security, it can't be somebody else's digital commodity. It needs to be sort of the same framework around the world. But I think with the payment stablecoin designation in the US that's being thought about right now, like in the Canadian landscape, there's similar types of carve-outs or infrastructure, and I think it's getting to the right place. But that is going to be one of the catalysts when there's just no more worry about it, right? Some crypto exchanges sometimes are built to deal with sort of that. Is this a security? Is it not? Where some of that unknown, but payment rails really aren't, right? It needs to be kind of a gold-plated green check mark, and then it'll really take off, I think.
All right, Alex, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ.
Thanks very much.